toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Faurot Field in Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the South Florida Bulls, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bulls will kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. On the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Looking downfield, it's Armour. Unloads to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Keeps it on the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
Power football with the run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. White wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. And sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls and throws out the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
On 3rd down, going up top. A shot toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56. And he's got 3 on the board.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Armour. Here comes the heat. Grab near the marker, it's Russell. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Russell. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grab near the marker, it's Fowler. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion. Back to pass, it's Armour.
This time it's complete. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw again. Quarterback adapting. Lets it fly. It's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And big pass plays like that are the product of an offensive line doing a great job in pass protection. That quarterback cannot read the coverage and get the football out of his hands to the open receiver unless he has time. So give this offensive line tons of credit up front for communicating and not giving up any ground. They are being so physical.
As a defender, you use the sideline as the 12th man. That's another guy. You know the play stops there. He can't make a catch. Great job by the wide receiver, fighting for his space, catching the ball, and staying in bounds.
Bounces it outside. It's Roberts. He's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes. This is a gamble. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll run the toss. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here to stay on the field.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? White going to attack through the air. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. This should be the last play of the quarter. Gives it on the option. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Here we go. Now the play fake. Now sliding to his left. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Garcia. Breaks into the open. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Green. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catching up to give them the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Gonna run it. It's Roberts. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Tigers will hustle to the line. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Armour. Caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm.
Touchdown, Missouri! Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Weeks. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
White wants to throw it. Working that left side now. And the Bulls get enough for the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's second and long. Wants to throw it. Fires fires into traffic. It's picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go?
3:25.
He'll keep it himself. There he goes. He'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Unloads quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. On the ground, it's Braswell. Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
White going to attack through the air. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. The defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes a connection. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. It is great to have a tight end that can do it all and one that can get downfield and make a play.
And I like matching and mixing and matching up the play fake on play action with this tight end because it just gives him a little more time to work his route down the field. Nice play call there by the coordinator.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, USF. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half when you got to have an execution. Has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
South Florida, 9.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking to throw, it's Armour. Bringing the heat. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the 2nd half. And here he comes out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the 2nd half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. White wants to throw it. He's looking deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Bulls will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He turns it loose to the left. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Dumps it to the back. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Barry. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best 3rd down offenses in the country. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. White going to attack through the air. Now adjusting. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Weeks. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
2nd down, he'll throw it. It's caught downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Bulls will have it 1st and 10. White wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
And that's the money down, man. 4th down, you just have to have it somehow, some way. You're calling a pass play. You're trying to get it through the air. Nothing open downfield. And he just takes over. Touchdown, Bulls.
Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Armour. Here's the pressure. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The give to the back. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Uncorks one. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bulls will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got...
Turning it on! Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
White going to attack through the air. Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. Field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. White wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And some people won't like that, but I like aggressiveness, and that's who they are as an offense, so it's okay to be aggressive. But I know one thing now. After that fourth down stop and you're trailing, I'm going to need my defense to be aggressive. It's going to be a big possession right here in the fourth quarter to get me the football back. My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He makes a catch. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay.
Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He'll pull it on the read. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Back to throw, it's Armour. Fires to the right. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. There he goes. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, I like the idea on offense of trying to get this quarterback involved in the running game. You do it conventionally on design plays, and now you try the option, but there just wasn't anywhere for him to go.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They'll leave it with him. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Going right down the boulevard.
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First play of this drive comes from the 27. White going to attack through the air. Ball is incomplete. Falls to those common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat.
One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Ole Miss offense takes the field. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws. And
oh, he's got some space.
man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. The Rebels will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. So Missouri's offense will have its first possession of the game. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out. And it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy. Because I'm not going after him, Palmer. What?
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Armour. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it. It'll bring up 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Getting the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Madison. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to pass. It's Armour. Working that left side. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Russell. Turning it on! They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
A little screen to the running back. At the 35, he's loose. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. The give on the option. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense was ready coming into this one for this running back being a factor in the pass game. That time, they were draped all over him. As soon as he caught the ball, he went down for a loss of yards.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, it's Armour. Got his man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Well, that was the only place the quarterback could go with the ball. Finding his back out of the backfield, just couldn't make enough guys miss, and now it's 4th down.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Smashes it between the uprights. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback running on the draw. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And there's
so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think...
Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
At third and goal, I'm giving it to my playmaker. You let your quarterback make this decision, whether he wants to run it in or right here. He sees the opportunity. His guy's wide open, hits him in stride for the easy touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Simmons. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. Got his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And it's picked off right at the goal line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Got a man. It's Terry. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Breaks into the open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Powers through the defender.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Touchdown, Missouri! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Missouri, 14. Ole Miss, 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. He leaves it with his back. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Roberts. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Quickly complete. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Motion from the back. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held it to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Armour. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So Missouri will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Thompson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Back to pass. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Here's a heat. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Armour. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Finds the tight end. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Oxford. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And the Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
To the air, it's Armour. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Kick is in the air. It'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 40. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Looking for a physical attack to the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Back to throw. It's Simmons. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make no more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
The play-action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Rebels are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Got a man. It's Terry. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the coordinator.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier. Going to take a shot at this DB. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. It's a seam wide open. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. To throw, it's Simmons. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle, it's Wall. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They take the lead with the 6.
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws a strike, gets in for the touchdown.
Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got him downfield. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? And you can't miss. You've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Madison. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Terry.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Terry. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Caught near the sideline, it's Russell.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. He'll keep it himself. Bringing it back. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line. And they